Have you ever woken up in the morning, walked straight to the kitchen, and reached for a cup of coffee before doing anything else? No breakfast, no water, just coffee. Millions of people do this every single day. But here is the shocking question most people never ask themselves. What actually happens inside your body when coffee hits an empty stomach? Some doctors say it boosts your brain and helps you wake up faster. Others warn that this simple habit could slowly damage your digestion, hormones, and energy levels without you even noticing. So which one is true? Today we are going to uncover what really happens when you drink coffee on an empty stomach, and why your morning routine might be affecting your body more than you think. But before we begin, take a second to subscribe to the channel. Here we break down everyday health habits that most people never question, until it's too late. And if you enjoy learning how simple things like coffee, food, and daily routines affect your body, this channel is for you. Now let's talk about coffee. Coffee is one of the most consumed drinks in the world. In the United States alone, more than 150 million people drink coffee every day. And for many people, the first sip of coffee is almost like a ritual. It wakes up the brain. It boosts focus. It gives you that first spark of energy to start the day. But inside your body, coffee doesn't just wake you up. It triggers a powerful chain reaction. The moment caffeine enters your bloodstream, your brain begins blocking a chemical called adenosine. Adenosine is the molecule that makes you feel sleepy and tired. By blocking it, caffeine suddenly makes you feel alert. Your brain becomes more active, your focus improves, and your body releases more dopamine, the chemical associated with motivation and pleasure. This is why many people feel happier, sharper, and more productive after drinking coffee. But here's the part most people don't realize. When you drink coffee on an empty stomach, caffeine doesn't just affect your brain. It also affects your digestive system. Coffee stimulates the production of stomach acid. And if there is no food in your stomach to balance that acid, the lining of your stomach becomes more exposed. For some people, this may lead to stomach irritation, acid reflux, digestive discomfort, or a burning sensation. But digestion is only one piece of the story. The real surprise happens in your hormones. When caffeine enters your system early in the morning, it can increase the production of cortisol. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone. Now, cortisol is not always bad. In fact, your body naturally produces cortisol in the morning to help you wake up. But when caffeine spikes cortisol too early, especially on an empty stomach, it can create a different effect. Instead of feeling calm and focused, some people experience nervousness, jitters, sudden energy crashes later in the day. And that might explain why some people feel amazing after coffee, while others feel anxious or shaky. But does this mean drinking coffee on an empty stomach is always bad? Not necessarily, because the truth is a little more complicated. And what scientists discovered about coffee and metabolism might surprise you. In fact, for some people, drinking coffee before breakfast might actually provide certain benefits. But there is one critical mistake that millions of coffee drinkers make every morning, and it could completely change how your body reacts to caffeine. Let's talk about that next. So is drinking coffee on an empty stomach dangerous? The answer might surprise you. For many healthy adults, moderate coffee consumption is not only safe, it may actually provide several health benefits. Research has linked coffee to improved brain function, better focus, and even a reduced risk of certain neurological conditions. Some studies suggest that regular coffee drinkers may have a lower risk of developing diseases such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. But here's the key detail most people miss. The timing of your coffee matters more than the coffee itself. Your body follows something called a circadian rhythm. This is the natural internal clock that controls when you feel sleepy, alert, hungry, or energetic. In the early morning, your body already produces high levels of cortisol to wake you up naturally. If you drink coffee immediately after waking up, caffeine can interfere with this natural process. Instead of helping your energy, it can actually make your body depend more on caffeine over time. That's why some sleep researchers recommend waiting 60 to 90 minutes after waking up before drinking your first cup of coffee. This allows your natural cortisol levels to stabilize before caffeine enters your system. Another important factor is hydration. After several hours of sleep, your body is slightly dehydrated. Coffee has mild diuretic effects, meaning it can increase fluid loss. So drinking a glass of water before your morning coffee can help balance your body and support digestion. But there's another habit that can dramatically change how your body reacts to coffee. And it's something many people do without thinking: adding large amounts of sugar. When coffee is combined with sugar on an empty stomach, your blood sugar levels can spike quickly. This may lead to a rapid burst of energy followed by a sudden crash later in the day. And over time, this cycle can contribute to fatigue, cravings, and unstable energy levels. This is why many nutrition experts recommend drinking coffee black or with minimal sweeteners. Now here's the most interesting part. For some people, coffee before breakfast can actually help stimulate metabolism. Caffeine may increase fat oxidation and temporarily boost metabolic activity. This is one reason why some athletes drink coffee before morning workouts. But the key word here is moderation. Too much caffeine can cause the opposite effect, increasing stress hormones and disturbing sleep patterns later in the day. So if you enjoy coffee in the morning, the healthiest routine may look something like this. First, drink a glass of water after waking up. Then give your body a little time to fully wake up naturally. And finally, enjoy your coffee about an hour later. This simple change can help your body use caffeine more efficiently while avoiding unnecessary stress on your digestion and hormones. Coffee itself is not the enemy. In fact, when consumed wisely, it can be part of a healthy lifestyle. The real difference comes from how and when you drink it. And sometimes a small adjustment in your morning routine can make a surprisingly big difference for your energy, focus, and long-term health. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos about everyday habits that quietly affect your health, because sometimes the smallest daily choices can have the biggest impact over time, and your morning coffee might be one of them.